The enigmatic call. The signal came on a Tuesday. In the cold silence of Lunar Outpost Sigma, Lieutenant Marcus Chen was completing his regular scan of deep space frequencies when his console erupted with activity. The pattern was unmistakable. 3 short bursts, 3 long ones, 3 short again. An SOS, the ancient call for help, reaching across the void from somewhere beyond the Orion Arm. Director Shaw. Chen called, his voice cracking with excitement. I'm picking up a signal. Artificial. Definite pattern. Shaw, a veteran of Earth's defensive fleet for 30 years, approached slowly. Humanity had withdrawn from active exploration centuries ago after the catastrophic First Contact War left millions dead. The policy had been clear ever since. Observe, but do not engage. Location? Shaw asked, his weathered face betraying no emotion. That's the thing, sir. It's coming from the Cygnus Reach. No gnome colonies or outposts there. The Cygnus Reach was a sector of space humanity had never explored. It lay beyond the invisible boundary Earth had established, the line they dared not cross. Shaw's expression darkened. Send it to command. Let them figure it out. Within hours, the signal had been analyzed by Earth's finest cryptographers. It contained more than just an SOS. Embedded within were coordinates, specifications, and a data packet that, when decoded, contained a single message in perfect English. They're coming. Help us. Commander Eliza Vega stood before the United Earth Council, her posture rigid as she addressed the assembly of politicians and military leaders. At 42, she'd earned her reputation as Earth's most decorated tactician during the border skirmishes with the remnants of the alien force that had triggered humanity's isolationism. The signal is legitimate, she said, her voice clear and firm, and it presents both an opportunity and a potential threat. Councillor Yamamoto, head of the Defense Committee, leaned forward. Commander, our policy for 300 years has been non-engagement. You're suggesting we break that for an unknown entity. I'm suggesting we investigate, Vega replied. The message was in English. Someone out there knows us. If there's a threat coming, we should know about it before it reaches our doorstep. The debate raged for days. Isolationists argued for maintaining Earth's policy of non-interference. Others, primarily military leaders, supported Vega's call for a reconnaissance mission. In the end, curiosity and caution won out. The UES Hyperion, Earth's most advanced stealth vessel, was commissioned for the mission with Commander Vega at its helm. Her crew was handpicked, the best tacticians, scientists, and soldiers Earth had to offer. If they were breaking 3 centuries of isolation, they would do it with their finest. The Hyperion departed Earth's orbit on a silent trajectory toward the Cygnus Reach. The journey would take weeks even with their advanced propulsion systems. As they traveled, Vega's team continued to analyze the message, searching for any clue about who had sent it. The language is perfect, noted Dr. Aisha Kapoor, the ship's chief linguist. No syntax errors, no strange phrasing. Whoever sent this knows us intimately. That's what worries me, Vega replied, staring at the stars through the ship's observation deck. We haven't ventured this far in centuries. Who could know us this well? As they approached the coordinates, the crew grew tense. Sensors were on maximum sensitivity, weapons systems primed. The Hyperion slowed as it entered an uncharted system with a dying red star at its center. Commander, I'm picking up a structure, called Lieutenant Rivera from the sensor station. It's massive, at least 20 kilometers in length. The view screen activated, revealing a colossal space station, ancient in design yet clearly artificial. Its surface was scarred with impact marks and scoring that looked disturbingly like weapons fire. Life signs? Vega asked. None, Commander. But there's power. Minimal, but active. Vega assembled a boarding team equipped with the latest combat exosuits. She would lead the mission herself, along with her security chief Commander Jackson, Dr. Kapoor, and a squad of Earth's elite Marines. They docked with the station using a magnetic seal, and entered through an airlock that seemed designed to accommodate various species. The interior was cavernous, with corridors large enough for beings twice human size. Emergency lighting cast eerie shadows across alien architecture. The air's breathable, Jackson noted, checking his sensors. Gravity at 0.9 Earth standard. Someone made this compatible with human physiology. Or it's a coincidence, Vega countered, but doubt crept into her mind. They moved deeper into the station, finding evidence of a hasty evacuation. Abandoned equipment, personal effects scattered across floors. In what appeared to be a command center, they discovered the source of the signal, a transmitter rigged to broadcast on a continuous loop. This technology is familiar, Dr. Kapoor said, examining the device. It's modified alien tech, but the modifications look human in design. As they explored further, they entered a vast chamber filled with holographic displays. When Jackson accidentally brushed against a control panel, the displays flickered to life, showing star charts of unfamiliar regions of space. "I think this is a monitoring station," Vega said, studying the displays. They were watching something. Dr. Kapoor worked at a console, her fingers dancing across alien interfaces with surprising ease. "Commander, I found something. A log entry, I think." The holographic display shifted, showing the humanoid figure. Though not human, it was similar enough to suggest convergent evolution. Bipedal, 2 arms, a head with facial features arranged in familiar patterns. Its skin was iridescent, with hints of blue and green. "This is Sentinel Karath of the Lumen Concord," the figure spoke, its voice translated through the station's systems. "Our outposts in the Mira sector have fallen. The Xoreth Empire continues its expansion, consuming all in its path. We have activated the ancient protocols and sent the signal to our lost brothers. If you are receiving this, the darkness is coming. The Xoreth cannot be reasoned with. They consume resources, worlds, civilizations. Prepare yourselves." The message ended abruptly. The team stood in silence, processing the implications. "Lost brothers?" Jackson asked. Dr. Kapoor's face had gone pale. "Commander, I think I know what this station is. The architecture, the compatibility with humans. What if we're not the first humans to reach the stars?" Before Vega could respond, the station's alert system activated, klaxons blaring through the ancient corridors. A new holographic display appeared, showing multiple vessels entering the system. "Battle formations," Vega observed grimly. "Hyperion, this is Commander Vega. Prepare for immediate emergency extraction. We have company." As they rushed back toward their docking point, the station shuddered under the impact of energy weapons. Through viewport windows, they glimpsed the attacking ships. Angular, predatory vessels with bristling weapon emplacements. "The Xoreth," Dr. Kapoor whispered. They barely made it back to the Hyperion before the first boarding parties breached the station. As they disengaged, Vega ordered all sensor data recorded. The attacking vessels immediately changed course, pursuing the human ship. "They're fast," Lieutenant Rivera reported from Tactical. "But we got better acceleration. We can outrun them." "No," Vega countermanded. "We need to know what we're dealing with. Tactical positioning only. Keep us just outside their weapons range." What followed was a deadly dance through the outskirts of the system. The Hyperion stayed just beyond the Xoreth ship's reach, gathering data on their capabilities, tactics, and technology. The aliens were relentless, coordinating their movements with ruthless efficiency. "They're hurting us," Vega realized suddenly. "Cut engines, emergency thrusters on my mark." The Hyperion went dark, drifting as if disabled. The pursuing vessels closed in rapidly. "Now," Vega ordered. Thrusters fired, sending the Hyperion into a spiraling dive between 2 Xoreth vessels. At point-blank range, the human ship's sensors gathered invaluable tactical data before accelerating away at maximum speed. One of the alien ships managed to score a glancing hit with an energy weapon before the Hyperion jumped to faster-than-light travel. The damage was minimal, but the message was clear. The Xoreth were technologically advanced and tactically sophisticated. As the Hyperion raced back toward Earth, Commander Vega assembled her senior staff in the briefing room. The holographic displays showed the data they'd gathered: ship specifications, weapons capabilities, tactical patterns. "This isn't a simple threat," she told them, her expression grave. "This is an expansionist empire with technology that rivals or exceeds our own. And according to the Lumen Concord's message, they're methodically conquering this sector of space." "Why would they target us?" asked Lieutenant Rivera. "We've been isolated for centuries." Dr. Kapoor had been analyzing the station's data archives. "Because they target resource-rich worlds regardless of inhabitants. Earth is a blue jewel in space: water, minerals, biodiversity, everything they consume." Vega nodded. "We need to prepare Earth. The policy of isolation ends today." As the Hyperion approached the edge of Earth's solar system, they detected multiple signals. More Xoreth ships, already scouting the outer planets. The Cygnus expedition hadn't encountered a potential future threat. They'd stumbled into the advance guard of an invasion already underway. "Send the emergency transmission," Vega ordered. "All channels, all frequencies. Earth needs to prepare for war." As the message went out, Vega stared at the tactical display showing the Xoreth scout vessels. Humanity had hidden from the stars for centuries, nursing wounds from their first encounter with alien hostility. That era of caution was over. "They have no idea what they've awakened," she whispered. Humanity unchained. The first Xoreth attack came 3 days after the Hyperion's return. Commander Vega stood in Earth's Unified Defense Command Center beneath the Himalayan mountains, watching as 7 Xoreth warships emerged from hyperspace near Mars. Earth's defensive fleet, maintained for centuries but never truly tested, moved to intercept. "They're testing our capabilities," Vega observed. "This isn't their main force." Admiral Hassan nodded grimly. "Then let's show them what humanity can do." The battle for Mars orbit was brief but educational for both sides. Earth's vessels, though fewer in number, possessed defensive systems that absorbed the brunt of Xoreth energy weapons. The aliens, however, displayed remarkable adaptive tactics, quickly identifying weaknesses in human attack patterns. When the skirmish ended, 2 Xoreth ships had been destroyed, and 1 human vessel was severely damaged. The remaining Xoreth ships retreated, but not before broadcasting a message in perfect English. "Your resistance is noted. It changes nothing. Prepare for integration." In the war room beneath the mountains, Earth's leaders gathered. What had begun as a reconnaissance mission had escalated into an existential threat. "The data from the ancient station gives us some insight into their capabilities," Dr. Kapoor explained, gesturing to holographic displays of Xoreth technology. "They're resource-driven conquerors. They don't negotiate or coexist. They consume and move on." "What about these lost brothers mentioned in the message?" asked Counselor Yamamoto. "Could they be allies?" Vega shook her head. "We have no way to contact them. For now, we stand alone." Over the next 2 weeks, Earth's unified government enacted emergency protocols dormant for centuries. Industrial centers were converted to military production. Scientific initiatives focused exclusively on weapons and defensive technology. The planet's scattered colonies throughout the solar system were either fortified or evacuated. Commander Vega was promoted to admiral and given command of Earth's defensive fleet. Her experience with the Xoreth, limited though it was, made her humanity's foremost expert on the enemy. "They'll return in force," she warned the War Council, "and conventional tactics won't be enough. We need to change the paradigm." Dr. Kapoor had spent days analyzing the alien technology recovered from the Lumen Concord station. "I think I've found something," she reported. "The Xoreth ships use a unique communication protocol. It's like a neural network connecting their fleet. If we could disrupt it, we could break their coordination," Vega finished. "Make it happen." Humanity had spent centuries in isolationist technological development. Now that innovation was focused on a single purpose: survival. Engineers worked alongside scientists to develop countermeasures against Xoreth weapons. The alien technology from the station was reverse engineered, revealing vulnerabilities that might otherwise have taken years to discover. 30 days after the Mars skirmish, long-range sensors detected a massive hyperspace disturbance. The Xoreth were returning, not with 7 ships, but with 70. "This is it," Admiral Vega told her fleet commanders. "Everything we've prepared for." Earth's defensive strategy was unlike anything the Xoreth had encountered before. Instead of positioning their fleet as a barrier between Earth and the invaders, Vega scattered her forces throughout the solar system, using planets, moons, and asteroid fields as cover. When the Xoreth fleet emerged from hyperspace, they found no opposing force to engage, just empty space between them and their prize. "They're confused," Lieutenant Rivera reported from the tactical station of the flagship Terra Nova. "Their formation is hesitating." "Good," Vega replied. "Deploy the disruptors." From hidden positions throughout the solar system, specially designed satellites activated, broadcasting signals on frequencies that matched the Xoreth neural network. The effect was immediate. The tight formation of alien ships began to drift apart, their movements becoming erratic. Phase 2, Vega ordered. Earth's fleet emerged from hiding, attacking from multiple vectors simultaneously. Human vessels, smaller and more maneuverable than their alien counterparts, targeted specific vulnerabilities identified from the Mars skirmish. The Xoreth responded with overwhelming firepower, but their coordinated tactics had been compromised. Individual alien commanders fought brilliantly, but without their neural network, they couldn't maintain the swarm tactics that made them so deadly. "They're adapting," Rivera warned as the Xoreth ships began to compensate for the disruption, establishing alternate communication protocols. "As expected," Vega replied calmly. Phase 3. From Earth itself, a new weapon activated: massive electromagnetic pulse generators that had been reconfigured based on the alien technology. The pulses weren't designed to destroy the Xoreth ships, but to reset their systems momentarily. In that brief window of vulnerability, Earth's fleet struck with precision. Key command vessels were targeted, their propulsion systems disabled rather than destroyed. "Why aren't we finishing them?" asked a junior officer. "Because we need them intact," Vega explained. "We're not just fighting this battle. We're preparing for the war." 6 hours later, the skirmish had become a decisive victory. 23 Xoreth vessels had been destroyed. 17 more were disabled and under human control. The remainder had retreated, jumping to hyperspace with clear signs of damage. In the aftermath, Earth's scientists boarded the captured Xoreth vessels, downloading navigational data, technological schematics, and strategic information. The intelligence gathered was invaluable. Detailed maps of Xoreth territory, the location of their homeworld, their industrial capabilities. 2 days later, a secure communication arrived from deep space. The message was brief but clear. "Well fought, lost brothers. The Lumen Concord welcomes your return to the stars." Attached were coordinates for a rendezvous point and technical specifications for communication protocols that would allow secure conversations across vast distances. In the war room beneath the mountains, Earth's leaders debated their next move. The Xoreth would return, that was certain. But humanity was no longer unprepared or isolated. "We have options now," Admiral Vega told the Council. "The Lumen Concord could be powerful allies. The captured Xoreth technology gives us parity with our enemy. We can fight. Not just fight," Counselor Yamamoto said, studying the star charts showing Xoreth territory. "We can win." Admiral Vega nodded. For centuries, humanity had hidden from the stars, nursing old wounds and cultivating a defensive mentality. The Xoreth had changed that forever. They had meant to find an isolated, vulnerable world ripe for conquest. Instead, they had awakened a sleeping giant. In the docking bay of the Terra Nova, Engineers were already incorporating Xoreth technology into human vessels. The alien neural network, once understood, proved adaptable to human brains, creating an unprecedented level of coordination among Earth's fleet. Dr. Kapoor approached Admiral Vega as she observed the work. "The Lumen Concord message mentioned lost brothers," she said. "I've been analyzing their genetic data from the station. There are similarities to human DNA, too many for coincidence. Meaning? Meaning we might not be native to Earth after all. We might be descendants of a branch of humanity that was left behind or fled there." Vega considered this. If true, it would rewrite human history. But that was a mystery for another day. Right now, the stars were waiting, and the Xoreth needed to learn a crucial lesson about their new enemy. "Prepare the fleet," she ordered. "We're taking the fight to them." As Earth's newly enhanced vessels prepared for their first offensive operation beyond their solar system, communications officers detected a new transmission, not from the Lumen Concord or the Xoreth, but from somewhere deeper in space. The message was simple. "We have watched. We have waited. Now we return to stand with our children." Admiral Vega smiled. The SOS had done more than warn them of a threat. It had awakened humanity to its place among the stars, not as cautious observers, but as a force to be reckoned with. The Xoreth had intended to conquer a world. Instead, they had unleashed humanity's fury, and the galaxy would never be the same.